The world consumes 92.2 million barrels a day. This consumption is fossil fuels, and these fossil fuels are harming our environment each and every day. And it is up to us to stop using non-renewable resources and harmful fossil fuels that go into our environment. There are a lot of different renewable resources, but the most abundant resource is solar energy, which is the sun. So using the sun has a lot of different positives, and we need to implement these positives into our daily life to ensure that our earth is going to be here and that our earth will still be healthy for now and for the future. So there are a lot of reasons to why you should implement solar power into your daily life. But these are the top 3 that really catch your attention and that are really going to be important into our environment and society as a whole. So our first one is that it opens more job opportunities when you use solar power and energy. Secondly, that it is cost effective for implementing certain aspects of solar energy. And finally, our third reason is that it improves the overall environment. So people need money, and in order to have money, you need to have a job. So using solar energy and solar power can increase the different job opportunities that are available. So according to Rodrigo Milani, having solar power and using solar power can open a lot of jobs because there are a lot of co-benefits of using solar energy. But a co-benefit is that it increases jobs such as indirect jobs, direct jobs, and induced jobs. So here we have a chart, and this chart is from different employment in Brazil because, as I mentioned previously, this isn't a problem just in Florida, Orlando, or the United States of America. It is a worldwide problem when fossil fuels in our environment, and solar power should be used everywhere around the world. So this is a chart from Brazil that shows the different construction periods of different solar power entities that are being used. And here we have jobs. And in this section, there are a lot of more jobs available, and this leads to a lot of income and more outputs. So this leads us into our second reason, because there's a lot of economic benefits, and let's discuss another economic benefit, which is making it cost effective for implementing solar power. So first, what you need to do is analyze what solar power is and how you can implement it into your daily life and daily schedules and different stuff. So once you implement it, you will realize that a lot of different aspects of using solar energy is actually beneficial, and it would be a positive investment in your pockets, and this investment will help the environment as a whole. So according to Vanessa Bonani, that it's cost effective because using a lot of non-renewable resources that harm the environment are more expensive. And when it's more expensive, it's harming the environment, making the environment worse, and it's just not beneficial overall. But when you use a renewable resource, such as solar power, it's cost effective and it's cheaper, and you want to save the earth. So you shouldn't spend so much money on something such as like coal, which is a fossil fuel that harms the environment, but switch to something like solar, which would benefit the environment and it's more cost effective. So Vanessa Bonani did a research and an experiment study, such as how much money it is when you implement solar panels and, how many kilowatt per hour. So they figured out that it costs 2 cents per hour kilowatts to implement the solar power into your daily life. So here on this side, see these are the jobs from previously before, because the jobs and the cost effectiveness goes hand in hand. So here we have the income and the output. So these are also different constructional periods of using solar power. And here we have incomes and we have a greater output. So it's cost effective. It's only 2 cents, and overall it was 1.8 cents per hour of using kilowatts using solar energy. So this has a good income. It's not that expensive as a start off, and the output is beneficial because you're getting, a lot of money from it, and it's just a good overall output for the environment and yourself as well. So now that you know a lot of the benefits of using solar power, it can improve the overall environment as a whole. So according to Gunnar, according to Gunnar Lebner, that using solar power is good and beneficial because the other sources, such as like coal and other fossil fuels and non-renewable resources, affect our earth very negatively using greenhouse gases, global warming, and that's not the end of it. There's a lot more, such as air and water quality. It can be nuclear and different combustions of fossil fuels going into the atmosphere. It can hurt our health. It can hurt our water quality, and a lot of this can get into the ocean and hurt our marine animals, and it can get into the land, hurting our land animals because, the earth is not getting the nutrients it needs because a lot of these negative fossil fuels are going into our atmosphere. So here we have a chart that depicts the fossil depletion here. So as you can see, there's a lot of browns and grays and blacks. So this is all coal, oils, and gases, and these are the negative fossil fuels that we shouldn't be using, because in total there is 20.25 million barrels in America alone used every day. And these fossil fuels are negative. They negatively impact our environment. They have climate change, and it affects mitigating climate change, and it hurts our environment as a whole because us as humans have warmed the earth 2 degrees over the past century. So to improve this, there is 240 million solar panels that are used each day. Because if you don't implement these things, they will negatively impact our earth. So we should use solar power for many, many reasons. And the top reasons that I have discussed is that it opens more job opportunities. It is cost effective. So not only is it a good investment for you, but you're getting back a great environment and a better earth for everyone and for years to come as well. And how it can improve the environment, because you want the ecosystems to be here. You want the trees and nature to flourish by using solar power. And, you might see on TV, on the news, always about the weather and always about, the different climate changes and effects, how places are warmer than they should be, or colder than they should be, or windier than they should be. And we play a role in that. So we should implement solar power to make sure that all of this negativity happening in the world doesn't continue. So here's a quote from Wendell Berry. If you are fearful of the destruction of the environment, then learn to quit being an environmental parasite. This means you might care about the change of the environment and stuff, but you are still continuing to use the negative stuff that harms the earth, such as fossil fuels. You keep using fossil fuels every day, coal and oils and certain gases that are harming our atmosphere. So you just switch to renewable resources like solar, and then solar will impact our earth in a positive way. So this quote depicts that you're using negative stuff, but you still care about the earth. So you just switch to solar power, which would definitely benefit the earth. Thank you.